Look, I really didn't want to do this today. I just wanted a peaceful morning. But then I open up business tech and I am instantly reminded why this country's economy is an absolute dumpster fire. Okay, listen to this headline. The government jobs paying an average of 56,000 Rand a month in South Africa. No, let me read that again so it sinks into your taxpayer brains. 56,000 Rand a month. On average. And who is getting this money? Are they curing diseases? Are they fixing the grid? Are they fixing the literal craters in our roads? No. Let's read the article. The most recent earnings data from the Quarterly Employment Survey indicates that Extra-Budgetary Institutions, or EBIs, offer the highest average salaries. What is an EBI? What is this magical place? Let me read the examples. Examples include the South African Revenue Service. Okay, SARS, sure, they need to collect the money to pay themselves. The Commission for Conciliation, Mediation, and Arbitration, CCMA, right? The Road Accident Fund, and the Unemployment Insurance Fund. The Road Accident Fund? The RAF? Guys, the RAF is practically bankrupt. If you get into a crash in this country, you will wait literally 5 years to see a single cent. And half the time, the lawyers steal it anyway. But the people working there? Oh, they are taking home $56K a month. And the UIF, the Unemployment Insurance Fund. Remember the COVID TERS disaster? Remember the vaporware systems that crash every single time you try to log in to claim your own money? Yeah, they are rolling in it. Absolute peak incompetence rewarded with premium taxpayer cash. Let's just put this into perspective for a second, because maybe you're sitting there thinking, Freedy, 56K isn't that much in 2026. Are you out of your mind? Let me highlight this little gem right here. Look at the screen. Look. All government sectors reported average salaries exceeding the non-agricultural formal average of 30,251 Rand for the quarter. Bravo. Bravo to the private sector. The people who actually generate the wealth in South Africa. The people paying the corporate tax, the PAYE, the VAT, the fuel levies. The average worker out here is grinding for 30 grand a month, if they are lucky. And half of that goes to the inverter batteries because Eskom is at it again. And the other half goes to groceries because the Rand is constantly tanking. But the guys at the UIF, the guys at the RAF, they are earning double the national average. Double. It must be so exhausting, you know? Sitting in an air-conditioned government office in Pretoria, doing absolutely nothing while the country collapses around you. Eesh, the stress must be unbearable. They are living in an entirely different reality. While you are stressing about the NHI mess and whether you'll even have medical aid next year, these cadres are upgrading their German cars. But wait, it gets worse. It always gets worse in Mzansi. You thought 56,000 was enough? You thought they were satisfied? Oh no, my friends. Let's read the next paragraph. The government has agreed to a wage increase of 5.5% for workers this year. Woo, party time! A wage increase above inflation. The National Treasury estimates that this agreement will add 7.3 billion rand to the fiscal budget for 2025/26. 7.3 billion rand. Where's that money coming from? I'll tell you where. From you. Did you see that new Marc Jacobs luxury cafe they just opened in Hyde Park? The one selling a lobster sandwich for 350 rand? Oh oui, let us dine on the lobster sandwich while the country burns. It is beautiful, no? That's where your tax money is going. It's going to tenderpreneurs and state employees who can afford a 350 rand sandwich for lunch while the rest of us are rationing baked beans. 7.3 billion rand added to the wage bill. Not for infrastructure, not for fixing the water crisis in Joburg, not for the port backlog in Durban, for wages, for people who already earn double the national average. And how do you think they are paying for all of this? How do you think the National Treasury just magics up billions for the 2025 and 2026 budgets? They take it from you. Look at this other headline from Business Tech this week. SARS is coming hard after one group of taxpayers in South Africa next month. Gee, I wonder which group that is. Could it be the politicians with cash stuffed in their couches? No, it's the shrinking middle class. It is you. They are squeezing the absolute life out of the few people left in this country who actually pay tax. The personal income tax brackets weren't even adjusted for inflation. So you get poorer, you pay more tax, and that money goes straight into the pockets of an EBI worker who earns 56 grand a month to not process your UIF claim. It is a literal scam. The entire system is a Ponzi scheme. You pay your taxes, you get zero services, you sit in the dark, you dodge potholes the size of swimming pools, and the government hands themselves an above-inflation wage increase. Absolute genius. It is the perfect crime. Now, let's look at the absolute absurdity of the income disparity in this QES data. Because Stats SA dropped the report and the numbers are they are actually insane. Look at this table. Employees in activities auxiliary to financial intermediation earn the highest of 80,573 rand per month. Okay, fine, finance, the JSE guys, the quants, they make the money move, I get it. But look who is right up there next to them. Electricity and water utilities. I cannot. I literally cannot. The people in charge of electricity and water are among the highest earners in the country. We just went through how many stages of load shedding? We have entire municipalities in Gauteng without water for weeks. Weeks. And these guys, a tiny workforce of just 49,000 people, are taking home premium, top tier, zero consequence salaries. Give them a round of applause. The tenderpreneur logic is flawless. Fail at your job? Get a bonus. Destroy the grid? Get an above inflation wage hike. Meanwhile, look at the bottom of the list. Workers in hotels and restaurants earn the lowest of 12,168 per month. The hospitality workers, the retail workers, the people who actually have to stand on their feet for 10 hours a day dealing with angry customers trying to keep the economy moving. 12,000 rand. The average financial worker makes 7 times what the hospitality worker makes. And the government worker sits comfortably in the middle, shielded from everything. Look at this. Over 1.1 million people in provincial departments making 38 grand a month. No performance reviews, no accountability, just guaranteed cash. Every single time the budget speech happens, what do they tell us? What does the finance minister say? We must tighten our belts. We must practice fiscal discipline. Yeah, that's what their fiscal discipline is worth. They tell us to tighten our belts while they are loosening theirs to make room for another state-sponsored buffet. It is absolute chaos. It is a state of the nation disaster. They are running this country like a giant piggy bank for the public sector, and they are doing it right in front of our faces. You want to know why the rand is tanking? You want to know why foreign investment is drying up and businesses are closing? It's right here in the data. We are taxing the productive economy to death to fund an unproductive, bloated, 56,000 rand a month bureaucratic nightmare. I'm out. I can't even look at this anymore. Just turn the lights off when you leave, assuming Escom hasn't already done it for you. Guys, let me know in the comments, if you got a government job paying 56 grand a month to do nothing, what's the first thing you are buying? Subscribe if you feel my pain, and I'll see you tomorrow.